What's going on, guys? This is RichaadEB here, and today I am bringing you my week 1 battle of the YOLO League. So this battle is against YOLO or Willem and the Dutch Duosion. So unfortunately he hasn't got a YouTube, so I can't put links in the description to his stuff, but regardless, we're just going to have a solid battle. And I just noticed that all of my mons were female. I mean, I didn't expect him to bring Cute Charm or Attract or anything, but you know, probably something I should have checked. So I do have a full team builder dedicated to my team and the things I thought he was going to bring, etc. If you want to go watch that, link will be in the description. If you prefer just a brief overview, then I have a physically defensive Charty Berry Speedy Zapdos. I have a 4 attacks Expert Belt Greninja mixed with Gunk Shot for that Sylveon. I have a 4 attacks Megalopony, just High Jump, Kick, Return, Quick Attack from Fake Out. I have a Choice Scarf Extra Drill with 2 attacks, and Rapid Spin and Stealth Rock, a Toxic Spiking, Hazing, Shadow Ball, Cofagrigus, and a specially defensive Wish Heal Bell 2 attacks Gardevoir. So looking at his team, he did bring Sylveon. I'm hoping it's defensive because I can actually deal with a defensive one a lot better. If it's Specs, then I don't have switch-ins, and if it's Scarf, then that'd be an interesting bring, and I can switch in Extra Drill or Gardevoir and beat it that way. But it will still cause my team some problems. Looking at his team, I decided to lead up with Cofagrigus because I want to get those Toxic Spikes up as early as possible, and basically the only thing on his team that it would be really scared of is either the Mega Blastoise or the Sylveon. And I didn't think he'd want to lead with those. He'd probably try and predict my Greninja lead because it's a fast U-turner that gets good coverage for everything, so it could probably lead, but I'm keeping it in the back as a late game cleaner. So I lead off with my Cofagrigus as he leads off with Tangrowth. So this thing can't really touch me. If he knocks me off, he loses Regenerator, so I just go for Toxic Spikes here to start getting things poisoned. He switches into Sylveon. I go into my Extra Drill to sort of scout what kind of set this is, and from that damage he is most definitely Specs, modest Specs. So here I go for Rock, predicting him to switch out. Unfortunately he does go into the Blastoise, so he will potentially be able to spin them away straight away, but I go into my Gardevoir, predicting him to predict my Cofagrigus and go for the Rapid and not go for the Rapid Spin this turn, as he goes for the Aura Sphere, does pitiful damage because it's quad resistant and especially defensive, etc. And here I actually pull a double out into my Cofagrigus, expecting him to try and spin, but he goes out into Mew. And we do see there that Blastoise does outspeed my Gardevoir, which I kind of expected, but this is a pretty good matchup for me. I'm happy to stay in and get a Shadow Ball damage off. If he tries to switch into Sylveon, I'll get a bit of chip damage, and he reveals default Mew, which is not what I was expecting. But I guess maybe he wanted more moves on the Blastoise, so he might have Aqua Jet or something, so keep that in mind. Now he decides to switch out because he will lose that battle one-on-one. I was doing enough damage with Poison plus Shadow Ball. I decided to set up my Toxic Spikes again as he goes into the Terrakion, and this is my way to deal with Terrakion. So I just Pain Split, get a bit of recovery. Unfortunately it's not poisoned, so I can't get chip damage, but you do notice that from the calcs there, Terrakion has to be a non-boosting item, so I'm thinking at this point it's probably Scarf. It could be Lum, but we're not sure. He goes back into Sylveon. I go into my Gardevoir because it's the only thing that is a chance to not get to it carried by Specs, and he gets a crit, which is unfortunate because now I'm definitely going to die the next one. I think he was a very, very good chance to it carrying me anyway. Might have been guaranteed, I might be forgetting my calcs, but in any case I stay and go for Moonblast. He actually switches out Sylveon into the Blastoise, and I get a crit special attack drop, which is pretty huge, so it means I actually live this next hit. Now he was going to die to poison anyway, so I just go for the Wish, and down goes Mega Blastoise to my Cofagrigus. So unfortunately still has that default Mew, but in any case, he brings in the Terrakion. We see that it's not Lumberry, so I'm expecting probably Choice Scarf at this point. But knowing that a Wish is up, I can switch into my Cofagrigus without any problems in the world and just fire off Shadow Balls because nothing on his team really appreciates the damage. Here I actually pull a double into Extra Drill, predicting the Sylveon because it's been causing me such big problems. And here I predict again and go for Stealth Rocks, predicting him to not want to stay in because it's a Sylveon and is basically his win condition at this point. But this way I really pressure the Mew if it ever wants to default because it takes more damage, and it just means things can't switch in as much. Now on the Talonflame I decided to go out into my Cofagrigus because if he sets up I can Haze, and I can sort of get out what set he is. He reveals to me there that he's non-boosting item that max attack Adamant. Unfortunately got the burn on my Cofagrigus, which will limit my longevity a little bit, but I decided to fire off a Shadow Ball because it did decent damage. After all the hazard damage, Sylveon will be pretty much dead, and he goes into Terrakion, which can't take 2 Shadow Balls, plus the poison, plus the hazards. That crit did not matter at all, and Cofagrigus is able to net its 2nd kill of the game, so already having a really good showing early in the season. Now he brings in the Sylveon. I decided to preserve Cofag because I can get rid of Regenerator on Tangrowth or Gale Wings on Talonflame if I need to. I just go into Gardevoir there to sack it off because it wasn't really doing much the rest of the game and I had nothing else that wanted to take a hit. Here I go into my Lopunny because from here Return kills basically everything except a physically defensive Tangrowth. So I just Mega Up and go for Return, scan out what step this Tangrowth is, and we see that it is in fact fully physically defensive. However, even with the investment that he has, after all the hazard damage and a Return, he is below half, so 2 high jump kicks would have actually taken him out. And that's good knowledge to have in the future that he basically can't 1v1 my Lopunny at this point. Now he makes a good play here and sacks a Sylveon as I go into Zapdos thinking that Tangrowth can't do much to it. And here, I don't know what sort of speed investment he has, unfortunately it looks like max speed tie. So he's able to get that defog off, which means Talonflame now has a lot more HP to play with. So I am able to take out the Mew there, and he brings in the Talonflame, which I thought was interesting because I am physically defensive and I can deal with it. I went for the Thunder Wave here, so if he did try and set up, I would have a Scarf Extra to outspeed it after I got rid of Gale Wings with the Cofagrigus, but he just went straight for the Flare Blitz, didn't do enough. I was able to take him out with a Thunderbolt, and now it's just Tangrowth versus the world, and it's poisoned. And because it's physically defensive, not Assault Vest, HP Ice is an easy 2-hit KO. With the Elite Seed on Poison, I will eventually win this. I have Roost. I do a lot more damage to him than he does to me, so he just lets me kill him off there. And that is the game. So we win 5-0 in week 1 of this league. The only time I have ever won week 1 of a league that I am uploading. So, good start, better start than I ever had. Doesn't necessarily mean good things, because maybe I'll lose more games during the season, but I'm pretty happy with how things went. I think my prep was really solid. Greninja didn't even have to touch the field because it was meant to be a late game sweeper, and then I ended up just being able to win with Zapdos. Zapdos and Cofagrigus actually netted 3 kills each, Cofagrigus 2 of which were the Toxic Spikes, and the other one was Shadow Balling the Terrakion. And Zapdos basically is cleaning up the end there with Thunderbolt and Hidden Power Ice. So, I'm pretty happy with how that match went. I can't actually remember who I'm meant to be playing next week, so I guess you'll see that when I upload it. I started team building for the team, but I can't remember the owner or the team name. I'm so sorry. I think it's the Seattle Onyx. I'm pretty sure that team is owned by Vandal X, who is in YoFizz's front office, so I'm sure he'll have a pretty solid team to show me. But in any case, that's all for next week. I hope you guys were hyped for our first win of the season. Good way to start, given there are only 11 games, every win is important, and I will see you in my next video.